I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. Tyler and Kirsten's family was growing, and they had a child and another child on the way. They agreed that they might even want a third child. So their two-bedroom house just wasn't going to suit their needs going forward. It was time for them to look for something bigger. Before they contacted a real estate agent, however, they made a list of what they wanted in a house. They wanted a newer home with a functional floor plan. Didn't want any fix up. 4 bedrooms, two or even three-car garage, and it needed to be close to schools. Their budget was $400,000. They wanted the new home to be a place that they could live for decades. After looking at several houses, they narrowed their options down to two. The first house ticked all of their boxes. It was just 5 years old, well built, located in a typical subdivision. The floor plan was functional. It had 4 bedrooms and a three-car garage, and it was $375,000, which was priced within their budget and at the lower end of the price range for comparable homes. It represented a great value. The second home was one that the agent hesitated to show them, but she did, but it didn't fit their requirements. It was a storybook looking home. It was a two-story house nestled among mature trees on a beautiful 2-acre lot. Yet it had only one car garage and just 3 bedrooms. It was 75 years old and probably needed about $50,000 worth of modernization. The floor plan, they described it as having character, meaning it wasn't the most functional. The price was at the high end of its range and definitely above their budget at $425,000. When comparing the two houses, the first one was the obvious no-brainer best fit for their needs. Tyler and Kirsten chose the second house. The real estate agent wasn't shocked by this apparently illogical decision. To her, Kirsten and Tyler were just confirming a well-known real estate adage. And remember, I was in real estate for 30 or 40 years. And the adage was very popular. It's buyers or liars. It's not uncommon for buyers to choose a house that doesn't match what they say are their requirements, which I have a hunch is one reason that the agent showed them this other house. Why do so many home buyers not follow their own criteria? Now, actually, and if you are a listener for very long, you know that their choices were not illogical at all, considering that 80 to 100% of financial decisions are made emotionally, not logically. They made perfect sense if we were to understand the underlying money scripts and beliefs. Both Tyler and Kirsten had a subconscious money script that emotional connection is the most important feature of a house. Purchasing the smaller, older house was illogical when viewed through a money script of the most important factors in buying a house are functionality, space, and finances. But viewed through Tyler and Kirsten's money script, their choice made perfect sense. Given flexibility in financing, most home buyers make their decisions emotionally rather than practically or financially. Of course, this doesn't mean buyers are really liars. They are always acting in congruence with their deeply held beliefs. It might be more accurate to say buyers don't always act in their financial interest, or what buyers logically think they want isn't always what they really want. This is not necessarily wrong or bad. In Major decisions like buying a house often require an emotional component to fully meet our needs. We're not just looking for a house, brick and mortar, typically, that is logically the right size or the right location, but one that we can emotionally connect with or feel at home in. This is why it's invaluable to learn to identify and examine our underlying money scripts, our biases, our beliefs, and our emotions. The more aware we are of what underlying money script, a gut feeling around a financial decision is attached to, the more likely our financial decision-making process is going to serve us well. Thanks for listening.